So this is what I do every day, like talking to women to help them heal, love themselves, become the best version of themselves, get into good relationships, and basically just become the woman you are meant to be. So what is mindset? Mindset is your belief system. Your belief system is ideas and things you...
Please.
Helen is such a teacher, yes. Yeah, so is ideas that you've planted in your mind, that have been planted in your mind for a long time, yeah? That is your belief system, ideas, perspectives, and things that have been planted in our minds for a long time. And so if what is planted in your minds is negativity, is you're not good enough, you're not as bright as your sister, there's something wrong with you, you have a big stomach, you're not very tall, you are... So that is how you start thinking about yourself. That is how you actually see yourself. But so everything that, how you see life, yeah? The quality of your life, how you experience things, is something you have learned over time. And so you can also unlearn it, yeah? It's something you can learn. It's not something, just because you think like this about yourself, you don't think you're beautiful enough, you don't think you're worthy enough, you don't think you belong, are not things that are cast on stones. So I'm going to talk about 5 ways to rewire your mindset, 5 ways to start thinking highly of yourself. 5 ways to start thinking of yourself like someone who's worthy. 5 ways to help you improve the quality of your life. Some of the things we've picked along the way are things we've had that have been told to us, especially from our childhood, by our caregivers, our parents, our kindergarten teachers, the bullies, hello. And some of the things they said, we took them to heart. If they said, you look like this and this, that's how we think of ourselves. Because my mother said things about me, I must be that thing. Yeah? And so one of the things we will talk about is how to change your inner dialogue, the way you see yourself and the way you talk to yourself. So your brain does not believe what is true. It believes what you repeat. That is why you see someone, yeah, your brain does not believe what is true. It believes what you repeat constantly. That is why you'll see a woman who's so beautiful, she's gorgeous, but she doesn't have confidence. She doesn't think she's beautiful. Because your brain does not believe what is true. It believes what you repeat. And on the other end, you will see another lady who, according to you, she's not all that. She's not even beautiful. She doesn't even have the dream body. But she's so confident. She has such a beautiful relationship. She's driving a really nice car. She has a nice job. She's so confident. Then you're wondering, who are not happy confidence? Like how is she getting the confidence to stand in front of people looking with that stomach? It's because your brain does not believe what is true. It believes what you repeat. So that woman has repeated to herself, I am beautiful. I am worthy. I'm very confident. I deserve that job. I deserve a beautiful, loving relationship. So your brain does not believe what is true. You can be drop-dead gorgeous, but you don't believe you are. You don't see yourself as that. So you find yourself in relationships where you're suffering. You find yourself in jobs where they're taking you for granted. So I want you to know that your brain does not believe what is true. It believes what you repeat. So when you say something with enough emotion, enough motivation, with time you start to believe it. With time you start... There's nothing that will happen to you that is magical for you to start becoming confident, for you to start believing in yourself. It's the things you do every day, the conversations you have with yourself every day. So positive self-talk. So what does that look like? It looks like when you make a mistake, when you make a bad choice, when you're not feeling so good about yourself, when you know you've messed up, what conversations do you have with yourself? Because some of the conversations are things we were told. Wewe unakuanga mjinga. Yeah? Kazi yako ni kuangusha. Even when you drop a glass in your house, in your bed, kazi yako ni kuvunja vyombo. Like those are still the conversations. What your mother said about you, what your grandmother said, what your first boyfriend said about you. Hey, mimi nakuanga na hasira. Because someone said that about you. So you have constantly repeated it until it's become the truth. Until now it's become like your identity. So the same way you've repeated it is the same way you can repeat something else, the opposite of that, yeah? So especially when you've had a bad day, when you've made a mistake, when you're feeling so bad about yourself, when you're looking at yourself in the mirror and then you're thinking, hey, mina hii tumbo, ama nini mbaya na hii ngozi yangu, ama whatever. Tell yourself, me and the way I'm bright. Me and the way I'm making money. Me and the way wanaume wananiangalianga hivi. You have to change your inner dialogue. You have to make it work for you. You have, ukijipata you're shaming yourself. You have to catch yourself and stop yourself and say the opposite of that. So you have to stay very present about your thought process. That's why we say things like affirmations. Do you know what affirmations are? Yes. What are affirmations? What's your name, beautiful? Mercy. Mercy. What are affirmations, Mercy?
I think they are the things that we tell ourselves to encourage ourselves.
Yes, they are so important. And one of the best ways to do affirmations is to ask yourself some of your biggest needs. Unaona ile kitu una need sana from other people. When someone tells you you're beautiful, kwisha. When someone tells you you have done a good job, that is what you just want to hear that. So start telling yourself those things. So you stop abandoning yourself to get those compliments. Yeah? So you stop people pleasing so they can tell you you're doing a good job, you're beautiful, you're good enough. So your affirmations can look like, I am enough. I can do this. I'm confident. So how you learned to not be confident? Because as children, when we are born, we have a clean slate. You're blank. There's nothing in your brain. Over the years, that's when we build things. That's when we realize, hey, kumbe mimi si wale warembo. Because of someone said something to you, not because you're not, because someone told you, wewe ni mnono sana, ama wewe umekonda, ama just something. Ama hesabu imekulemea, hesabu ni shida na wewe. So even now when you're budgeting, what do? Mimi na mimi hesabu imenilemea. You're repeating the same things. Right? Yeah. We are constantly, yes. So you have to change it. You have to change that conversation with yourself. So when you find yourself saying, mimi, you should find me alone. I'm so apana. We're not doing that today. When the way you have a lot of value to give. Whenever umejitengeneza unakaa vizuri, that's the conversation I have with myself. Every time I find my dialogue inaanza kuniambia wewe hata ukai poa. You know that voice will start telling you, challenge it. Look, you see how you've looked for evidence that you're not smart. You're not smart. You've looked for evidence that hujui hesabu, you are not. It's the same way you look for evidence that you're smart. It's the same way instead of thinking, hey, they can't give me a pay rise. You think, what do you mean they can't give me and I've worked there for 4 years? That is also evidence, right? As opposed to thinking they can't give me a pay rise because last week nilichelewa sana. You've also worked there for 5 years. That is also something. So as you look for evidence that you're not enough, you also look for evidence that you are actually enough and you challenge it, catch yourself and stop yourself. You have it. You can do it. The same way you've spoken about yourself in a negative way. Now you start again. You don't stop doing something by saying, I will stop. You stop by replacing that with something else. We say vacuums do not exist. Like vacuums do not, at your space is just there vacant. Something will fill it. And if your default setting is being hard on yourself, that is what will continue to fill that space. Until now you choose the opposite. You fill that space with positivity. Yes? So I want you to surround yourself with a lot of positive things. What you listen to, the first thing in the morning, listen to a gospel song. Listen to a podcast you like. Do affirmations. You can even write them every day. Or you are there doing your moisturizer, you're telling yourself, acha nikwambie Mary, today is such a good day to be a great day. When you're doing your things, when you're unajipaka, you're doing those things, that is the time you tell yourself, I'm going to make you proud. I'm going to make sure I'm proud of myself. Yeah? Today I'm not letting anyone bring me down. That is how you start your day. You have to start surrounding yourself with positive energy. The same way you had surrounded yourself with a lot of negative energy, now that is what is surrounding you. You are unlearning those things by relearning different things. In the morning, start your day from a positive note. Sawa. If you have to wake up 10 minutes earlier or 5 minutes earlier, it's okay. Or even when you're getting ready in front of the mirror, that is that time you tell yourself, especially if you have body confidence issues. Do you know the best way to build body confidence as a woman? Get a full mirror. Every woman here needs to have a full mirror in her house. A full mirror where you can see yourself. The best way to build body confidence is to look at yourself in front of that mirror when you're naked. 0. Yeah? Because how are we ashamed of our bodies, but we expect someone else to love our bodies like someone else will see that body, right? And we are hoping for that, at some day or whatever. Or even now, those that are married, those that are, are in those relationships, but you're not okay with that body. You don't want to look at it because the first thing you see is what? What you don't like. Yeah. Yes. What you don't like about your body. So that is the best way to build body confidence. This is now the mirror. Let me show you. This is the full mirror here. This is you here naked. This is how you're looking at yourself. You're turning you. That is how you build your body confidence. You start noticing things you like about your body, as opposed to every time you pass by a mirror, you just notice, hey, you just notice, easy mikono, you just notice what you don't like, right? Easy mikono nazo, So now when you make it a habit of looking at yourself in front of the mirror, you start noticing things you were not noticing before. We are not going to be your mirror. You look at yourself in front of the mirror at home. You compliment yourself. By the time you're coming out here, you're not coming to please us so we can give you compliments. So you look good. You looked at yourself in the morning and you realized I look good. So repeat positive things to yourself. When you find that voice being hard on you, telling you you're not beautiful, telling you, hey, you catch it. You stop it. We're not doing that today. I'm blessed. God has said such beautiful things about us. Why are we doubting ourselves? Yeah, so challenge that. Number 2, no matter how much healing you've done, no matter how many times you've read the Bible, no matter how many times we have worked on ourselves, we will still be human. So we will make mistakes. So the second thing is become a student of life. Learn from your mistakes. We will make mistakes even when we are Even me here, I've come here with some of my mistakes. Like, you will never be immune to not making mistakes. Through mistakes is when we grow. We grow through mistakes. And let me explain that. When you go through a very hard situations, especially shida za kujiletea, those things we do and then they bite you properly. Maybe you went through a breakup, but you are the problem, and then you're going through something, and you are the problem. And then it's been so hard on you. So the last 6 months have been so hard on you. So now you're even wondering, who am I anymore? You are a woman who has grown from that thing. You are a different person. When you go through a huge, these life-changing things that you can go through, it can be sometimes a sickness. It can be a breakup. It can be a job loss. It can be whatever it is. I know when I say that, you've already thought about a mistake you've made or something you've gone through that was really difficult. After you go through that thing, you're not the same person. You are now the you who has experience of going through that thing. So learn from your mistakes. What is this teaching me? Okay, what can I learn from this? And also believing something. Life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. So you can stop being a victim. It is happening for me. There's something. You see how when a matatu takes off, and then you hear it's had an accident, but you wanted to get in and you did not, what do we say? Something was protecting me. No wonder I didn't get in that. It's the same thing. It's life. It's happening for me. There's something I'm supposed to have learned from it. Who am I? Who am I as a woman after having gone through that? Find yourself again after what you went through. So we grow through mistakes. We strengthen our inner muscle. We become stronger. We build resilience. Resilience is your ability to bounce back from difficulty. We build it through going through difficulty. So become a student of life. You've made mistakes, so what? That's the attitude you need to have. So what? You are a human being. We will forever be human beings. We are flawed. Human being is to error. We make mistakes, right? So, and the reason I'm emphasizing on this is because a lot of us live in shame. We are ashamed because, I did this. Now I don't know if I can walk in that room. Now you can and you will. Because even those people in that room are human beings. Yes. They also have their own mistakes. Even me, I'm sitting here with my own mistakes. Don't see makeup ikudanganye. But I'm not going to feel ashamed for being human, because mistakes are humanity. Yeah. So when we go through life and we are making wrong choices, or we are going through things that are making us feel like less than, like I made a mistake, there's something wrong, you're human. So you ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What is this trying to teach me? What is this trying to prepare me for? Some of them, they're just preparing us for things, right? Who am I now after having gone through that? Because the goal, even after working on after healing through that thing, the goal is not to go back to that woman who made that mistake. The goal is to become a better version of her who doesn't repeat that mistake. Yeah? So become a student of life, and don't walk around in shame because you made a mistake. Because, I'm a Christian, I can't do that. You are a human being, right? We are Christians, yes, but we are human beings. We are going through life. So forgive yourself. You learn from it and you forgive yourself. Why are we forgiving people who've hurt us so much, and we're here being so hard on ourselves? Why? Why does someone else deserve my forgiveness and I don't deserve it, and it's mine? I'm the one who's giving it, right? Why? So forgive yourself. And forgiving yourself looks like, let's just do a self-forgiveness exercise. Take your hand, put it on your chest. So, and the reason I've said put it on your heart, not even on your chest, is because every one of us, we have a younger version of us, our inner child. The 8-year-old you, the 10-year-old, she's there somewhere. She's the one you're trying to make proud of every day. So I want you to repeat after me. When I say my name, I want you to say your name. And then now we proceed, right? So, I forgive you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Yes. And the reason I've said I am sorry is because some of the things we go through, especially that no one knows about, they hurt you. You cry at night when no one knows about, right? You're crying at night, you're feeling you're not good enough, you're not able to eat, even things that people don't know about, right? But you will never get an apology. And even if ni shida za kujiletea, you're the one who caused that problem where you work, it has affected you so much also. So you have also apologized to yourself. I'm sorry. It's part of healing. That part of you, that younger girl who expected you to be so much, who was looking up to you, the 10-year-old you wanted to be that woman. So that 10-year-old part of you is in there somewhere. Forgive yourself. Don't walk around in shame. You're a human being. It's okay to make mistakes. Learn from them. Forgive yourself and make amends where necessary. Do you need to apologize? Do you need to return that thing? What do you need to do? Yeah? The biggest measure of good mental health is not the absence of bad choices and mistakes. The biggest measure that you have good mental health is your ability to recover from hardships, is your ability to pick yourself up again, is your ability to soothe yourself when you're not feeling so good about yourself. That is good mental health. Because even people who are clinically depressed or suicidal, they don't have that. So that's why they feel, for them, the only solution is the end, to end their life. So you'll go through so much, but you have the ability to pick up the pieces again. The world can be very unforgiving. People are waiting for you to fail. People are waiting for you to get pregnant before marriage, so we can talk about you. People are waiting for you to fail. Someone has to be on your side. That person needs to be you. We are not gaslighting us. We are not saying we made a mistake, but we are human. So what is this teaching me? Yeah? What is this teaching me so I can take that lesson moving forward? How can I make amends? And then you forgive yourself and you move on. And you wear your best dress and you put on your lipstick and you go and you face those people in your office, those that are stressing you. You face them and you wait for them to say something about you. And there's something Helen said, and I want to add on to that. If you have people in your life who say mean things about you, challenge those things. For example, if someone is body shaming you, is saying something about your legs or about your eyes or about that part you have an insecurity with. They're saying, hey, na hizi miguu zako. Or they're saying something like, hey, hizi pia ni za skirt. You know how people can say things? Do you guys encounter such people? you know what you say? You don't start shying away. You say, hey, zile ofisi zimenipeleka. Hizi kwenye zimenipeleka, wacha tu. Na venye zinakuanga, na afu ni smooth. Don't join people when it comes to hurting you. Na unakuanga mdark. I know, nakuanga mdark, nakuanga flawless. Mimi nakuanga chocolate. You see how I'm turning it? So people cannot make you feel bad without your permission. That's what it means. When you come to tell me, na mbona unakanga ni kama unaogopa kufanya kazi? What do you mean unaogopa kufanya kazi na jana venye nilisubmit report poa? You don't allow them. Don't. Of course, maybe you have some work to do. Labda report fake, but you don't allow people to. Don't join people. Don't become your own enemy. Umejoin enemy suko. Who's gonna be on your side? So wewe unajua, even if whatever happened at work, you know you messed up, you know you were late. But so everybody else, sasa mtashindia hivyo. Nilichelewa, so what? So ushajua umechelewa, kesho unajua utaamka mapema, si ndio? But don't join people when it comes to hurting you. Stand up for yourself. When they try to say mean things, na wewe hata relationships zako haziwork. Lakini at least sina watoto 10 na lea na niko, right? Yeah, don't let people hurt you, by the way. Like, you have friends in your life or you have people in your life. Some of them are our family members. Like, tumesha wakubali. Some of them are our siblings. Yeah. So when they say those mean things to you, don't allow them to hurt you. Stand up for yourself. We na wewe umenona sana. Mimi nakulanga mali yangu kabisa. Of course you know you want to work out. You know you have some kilos to lose. Yeah. You see how it feels good? Yeah. Don't, even your parents. You know, some of us are brought up by bullies, Yeah. And some of our first bullies are our parents. So right now you're a grown-up, take over, take control. We cannot be bullied when we didn't have money, and when we were not this beautiful, and still be bullied now. Yeah. No, not anymore. Someone has to be on your side, Sindio? Yes. That is this. Even when your parents tell you things. I give this example when one day my dad is very tough love, macho and So there's another time he was like, we were on video call. And then he used to say things. And then, you know, now as a little girl, you have to there and calm down. And so, but now when you grow up and you take over and you realize now we are the adults we wanted. Now we are the ones we wanted to stand. We wanted adults who would stand up for us. Yeah. Now we are those adults. So we start by standing up for ourselves. So my dad said, hizi macho zako ni kubwa. So the first instinct is like, ouch. So my first reaction was to just, because that was what was happening for a long time. But you know what I told him? Macho zangu zinakuwa kubwa kama za daddy, zinakaa za baba yangu. So we just started laughing. I said I will not allow him anymore. Yeah. And that has happened. There are a lot more examples I can give. So if you see those people, even your big sister or your big brother who comes and says things, no, stand up to him. The next time he comes and says, huyu sasa mwambie huyu apike chapo na venye ajui kupika chapo. Mwambie nani ajui kupika chapo na venye mimi kiniona nikiroll hapa. Mimi ndio ule. Don't allow people to hurt you. Stand up. Hakuna mahali watakupeleka. That time they could bully us, even especially our parents, because where else would you have lived? Saizi uko na kabedsitter kako, neka one room, one bedroom, whatever. You're just your own boss. You wore today you wore what you wanted. Hakuna mtu alikutolea nguo za kuvaa. Sina uliamacha nyo unavaa. Na ukalipa uba ama ukajipanga mpaka ukafika hapa. So take over the same when it comes to things to do with you. Sawa? Don't allow people to hurt you. You stand up for yourself. Yeah? It's now your responsibility. At some point we get to a point we say we are no longer kids, we are adults now. Yeah. And you realize when you start standing up to them, they'll start keeping quiet. They can't beat you. What's the worst you can do to me? You're not being mean, by the way. You're not even returning that energy. You're not body shaming them back. You're just standing up for yourself, right? Yeah. So what you say about yourself matters. Everywhere you go, you take yourself. Even here, see, you brought yourself. So everywhere you go, there you are. Even right now, you're going to take yourself back home. So you spend every day of your life, every second with yourself. So the biggest influence, the biggest influence on your life is yourself. The person who has the biggest influence on you is you. Because you're spending most of the time with you, every time, not even most of it, everywhere. You've brought yourself here. You're going to take yourself to the toilet, you're going to, everywhere. So what you're telling yourself really shapes so much who you are. So that's why I'm really insisting on positive self-talk. Everything you say, you're also listening. You're also absorbing. So every time you tell yourself, I'm so clumsy, I drop everything. Hey, kwani mimi ni mjinga aje? Kwani I wouldn't have seen that guy was taking... Please. Because you're also listening, you're also absorbing. You guys, you hear what you've said? Ladies, queens. You've said your brain doesn't believe what is true. It believes what you repeat. So when you keep repeating, I am stupid, I'm not as beautiful, there's something wrong with me, you will believe there's something wrong with you. But we are human beings. We make wrong choices. We make wrong turns. Sometimes we will do stupid things because it's part of being a human being. So we learn the lessons, we make amends where necessary, we forgive ourselves, and we move on, and we still look beautiful, and we still carry on, and we still supervise those people we are supposed to supervise at work, and we still deal with clients the best way we know how to, because it's part of being a human being. So don't walk around in shame. Everything you've done, all those mistakes, other people have done them, and they've recovered too. And you're not, just because we are born again or we are Christians, we are not stones. We don't live in heaven, and we have flesh. So give yourself a free pass. Be a little bit softer on yourself. Yes. How do we expect people to be like that with ourselves if we are not the same with ourselves? And this is the true test. If you're hard on yourself, if your conversations with yourself is, if you're just mean to yourself, you will find yourself in relationships with people who are mean to you. You find yourself in friendship cliques that body shame you, that you even hate. But you don't know what to do. That is the same conversation you have with yourself. You can tell it hurts. Because even when you do those things, you feel bad about yourself. But you don't know what's wrong here. But the moment you tune that dialogue to work for you, I can do this. You know what? I know I was late for work. I just know tomorrow I need to wake up earlier. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have some ice cream. Then I take a long bath. And then I do my affirmations. It's not the end of life. And even tomorrow and the day after, you will make other mistakes. It's part of life. So long as you don't keep repeating the same things. We said we learn from things. Yes. So whatever mistake you had done before here, let it go. And those people who keep reminding you, we don't allow people, that's what we've said. Don't allow people to hurt you. Hey, even the other day, yes, I did. So what? Yes, I did. I'm human. Everybody makes mistakes. It's part of life. Yeah. You tell them that. Yeah, stand up for yourself. Another thing is self-love. Self-love, loving yourself. So I'm going to start by asking, okay, what is self-love? Let me hear from someone, one of you. Yes, hi, beautiful. What's your name? Damaris. Yes, Damaris. What's self-love?
Personally, I take, if I want to be loved, then I must love myself the way I want to be loved.
Okay. Thank you for that. Yes. What's your name?
My name is Milka.
Milka. Yes, Milka. Go ahead.
Self-love can be in different forms, but I personally do the thing I would want others to do for me.
Okay. Great. Good to hear. Yes, beautiful.
I will say is putting myself first.
Oh, good. Okay. Really good, very good responses. Self-love is self-approval. You see that blue tick we see on social media, someone as you who has been approved has a blue tick. It's giving yourself that. It's approving yourself. I'm good enough. I'm okay. Yeah? Self-love is self-approval. So why do we struggle with self-love? We struggle with self-love because we see ourselves from the lens of the people who brought us up, from the lens of the people who have been in our lives all along. So if those people were criticizing you a lot, if those people were you were constantly on the wrong with those people, if those people were just pointing out your mistakes, that is also how you see yourself. So there's nothing to love there. If the only way you see yourself is from a negative lens, there's something wrong with me. People don't even like me. Even this job, there's nothing to love there. So for you to be able to love something, you have to know what you're loving. For you to be able to approve anything, And I give this example with dating. When you're dating someone, when you're getting to know a guy, you start realizing, we love the same colors. He's also born again. He prays also a lot. Oh, he's also from my village, or he's also from my culture. He also is very consistent. You start liking him. And then with time, you're like, I love this guy. I'm in love. So you've gotten to know him. You've started liking him, and then you've actually fallen in love. It's the same things with ourselves. You cannot love something you don't know. We don't know ourselves. We just see ourselves from what people saw us. If the way people saw you was, hey, unakwanga mpole, wewe haujipendi, wewe unajua if that is how you still see yourself, some of those things, there's nothing to love, because also the people who brought us up were human, right? Some of the people with our ex-boyfriends or kindergarten teachers or Sunday school teachers, some of them also, all of them were human. So if you still see yourself from how people have seen you before, sometimes there's nothing to love there. So you have to go on a self-discovery journey to start liking yourself and to start falling in love with yourself. So who am I as Damaris? Okay, as Milka, what do I really like? What are some of the things I really like now in my life? I love such picnics. I love reading maybe the Bible, or I love listening to music. You know what? I love on those days when this and this happens. What are some of the things I'm really proud of? I'm really proud of the fact that I was able to leave that toxic work and I was able to go this other place. I really love the fact that I'm pouring into myself. I love learning about what. I'm really proud of myself, the fact that I've gotten this far without falling into the temptation of finding myself with 3 children out of wedlock. What I'm proud of myself is the fact that I've been able to achieve this over this period of time. You have to know yourself to start. You cannot love something you don't know. I love this tree. I don't know it. I don't like it. For you to love anything, you know it, right?
Yes.
So get to know, go on yourself. What are my best qualities? What are some of my weaknesses? Yeah. What am I really proud of? What are some of the things when I do, I feel really good about myself? What are some of the colors that make me pop? That when I wear this color, my skin pops. What are some of the even outfits? When I wear such tops, I feel like they bring out my, get to know yourself. It's the way I'm talking. That's how you need to know yourself. Then you start feeling, oh, I like myself. Because now you know the things that make you feel good. You realize you're prioritizing time for those things. I love listening to worship songs. Then it means you now create a playlist on your phone. Even when you're working, you put your earphones, you're listening to some worship, you're feeling good. You're taking time to now spend time by yourself, enjoying those things. You're being intentional. Self-love is something that's very intentional. It will not just come. So if you love chicken and chapatis and those things, on a Saturday afternoon, you have created time. I live by myself, but I'm going to make 3 chapatis for me because I love them. I'm going to pass by somewhere and buy those chapatis that they make very well because I love that. So prioritize time to do things that make you feel good. And not tasks, by the way. Soft things. I love ice cream. When I buy myself some chocolate, I feel so good. So when you talk at Jobo, you pass by Quick Mart, you buy some or whatever, or Naivas, you buy some chocolate. What is it you really like? I love watching movies on a Saturday. So Saturday, you finish what you're doing, you wear your lace, your short and your top and your wat, and you enjoy that movie without guilt. So for you to start loving yourself, you have to know yourself. What do you really like? What are you about? What are some of the things that you're really proud of so far? And even you can even look at where were you 5 years ago? Financially, relationship-wise, spiritually. Where were you 5 years ago? That was 2020. Where were you in 2022? You're just measuring your own growth, eh? That is what we mean when we say your own competition. 2022, where were you? 2024. Where were you financially, relationship-wise, spiritual-wise, whatever? Where am I now today? What steps have I made? Or what do I now need to work on now? Or that thing I wanted, I've not been able to get it. How can I get it now? Get to spend time by yourself. That is how you start to love yourself. You can't love anything if you don't know it. So if you don't know yourself, you're just listening to everyone. Ati mimi napenda nini? Oh, nani alisema napenda hii? Alafu. Actually, in my sessions, I get ladies who tell me, you know that guy said he likes tall chicks, and I'm not tall. Then you start dating another one, he likes short babes. You're not a short babe. Then the other one said, I've never dated someone light skinned. You're the first one. I don't know. I have something against. People will tell you who you are if you don't know who you are. You will get so confused. You're trying to be what everyone thinks you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
But you are a person too. And you can see. You're the first person. You can see. You are. Can you repeat this? I am a person too.
I am a person too.
Yeah. So your opinion is not only valid because other people have agreed. You are a person too, and you've seen it's a good suggestion. That's enough. Because you are a person too. So you are a human being too.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's not only important because you're not only beautiful because other people have said it.
No.
You are a person too, and you've seen you're beautiful.
Yes.
That's good enough. Eh?
Yes.
Yes. So another thing is, what does it mean to become the best version of yourself? The best version, what is it to become? What is the best version even? The best version of yourself is a better you. Is you but better. Is you but upgraded. Yeah? The best version of yourself is not based on time. Even now you can become the best version of yourself here. It's a version. You will not become the best version of yourself when you start making millions. You will not start becoming the best version of yourself when you move to that house you want. You will not, when you can become that now. It's a version. We have a lower version. A lower version is whereby you're not even talking to anyone, you're ghosting everyone, you're mean to the bus driver, you're just... So you're mean to the bus driver, you're just not your best, you're just a terrible, you even feel bad, that is your lowest version. Your highest version is the you who keeps time, is the you who's disciplined with, if it's your fitness journey, you're making steps, you're watching the fact that you're not eating too much carbohydrates, you're watching your sugar intake, that is now the better you. So the best version of yourself is you, but an improved version, yeah? So you have to ask, what does the best version of myself look like? An improved, the woman I would want to come, what does she look like? What does she wear? Start wearing that. In your own budget, eh? Yeah. What does she eat? How does she talk to people? How does she handle conflict? So you can become the best version of yourself now. Here, you can choose, I'm going to become the best version of yourself. I'm going to have good energy. I'm going to talk to people. I'm going to budget my money well. I'm going to make sure I'm going on vacations. I'm going to start saving 500 shillings every whatever time. It can be now if you want it to be. So it's not specific. There's no magic solution to becoming the formula to becoming the best version of yourself. You just choose to show up in a better way. In a way that makes me feel good about myself, how I'm budgeting my money, how I'm eating. Otwa indomie na mayai every day. Okay, I used to live alone and I used to love that also a lot. You have to get to a point where you add something on the side.
Yeah.
The best version of it. What does she look? How does she smell? Right now we have Arabian perfumes that are very affordable, right? Yeah, or perfume oils. How does she smell, that woman? How does she dress? How does she style her hair? Start doing those things in your own capacity now, according to how you can now. So the best version of yourself is not tomorrow or next week or when you start making money or when you go to where you want to go. It can be now. You just start showing up just start deciding. You wake up in the morning, you decide, today I'm not quarreling. Today is such a great day to have a great day. It doesn't mean people will not quarrel with you. Your toxic boss will be very toxic on that day, yeah? They'll still quarrel with you, but you've decided, I know how I want to respond. Yeah? Yeah. So have routines that help you. A morning routine. We said a morning routine and an evening routine. An evening routine needs to include gratitude. Where? Hallelujah? Hallelujah. So an evening routine needs to include gratitude. What are you grateful for that day? Even the gift of life is something to be grateful for. You went to job and you came back home. That is something to be grateful for. You didn't have any major hiccups. That is something to be grateful for. Even having a job, even having food to eat, even being healthy. At the end of the day, what am I grateful for? How do I want my tomorrow to go? Check in, stay present, check in with yourself completely. Spend quality time alone, take nature walks. those quiet evenings, you're not on TikTok, you're not on your phone, you're not watching anything, you're just there chilling with your thoughts, just looking around. Prioritize those things. Another thing is solo dates. How many are single here? Solo dates. You know what solo dates are? You pass by Java and you have some coffee alone by yourself. You can even do them weekly. They don't have to be expensive. Yeah, you just pass by somewhere. You can even do Karura after work. You just go there, you take a walk there. Spending quality, good time by yourself, not sleeping. That's not solo date, Not sleeping. And preferably get out of your house. Do things outside your house, Yeah, so go on solo dates and vacations. Go out, get outside where you were born. You were born in Nyeri. You went to primary school in Nyeri, high school Nyeri. Watu wa Nyeri wanakach. You went to college in Nyeri. The person you're dating is from Nyeri. Ata where? Your children will be born in Nyeri with a Nyeri accent. So I've nothing against Nyeri. I'm just giving an example. Who said your soulmate has to be Kenyan? Maybe he's in Britain. Yes, maybe he's in Britain, right? Maybe he's in the States. Who said you have to marry in your village? Travel. And especially for those ladies who say, hey, all the men I meet, they're borrowing me money. Because mko kwa matatu every time. Just book a flight, save money. See, you're working. Even every month, 3,000 or 2,000 or whatever you can. See, even we have chamas. And then when you take your leave, you go to Diani. You fly there. Yeah. So you even start meeting men in the ndege, right? Yeah. So you even start meeting people who travel. So that's what you want. Yeah? Wachana na shamba kwanza. Kwanza travel. Kwanza make yourself happy. Kwanza look good. Shamba utanunua. Shambas are not even going anywhere, right? You will buy your shamba. But it can be all your money, you get it, you go plant it in Kamulu. And actually, shambas are not the best investments. The first investment should not be shamba because it's not giving you anything. The best investments is MMF. You know those investment accounts where when you put your 20K, you know it will have added some extra hundreds or thousands on top. Yeah? Yes. So travel, go on solo dates. Once in a while, take yourself to Sankara for not even a nice snack. If it can be too expensive, wear your short dress. Hallelujah? Hallelujah. Yes. Wear your short dress and high heels and makeup and perfume and walk in there. Kong. Yeah? And sit there and enjoy your meal. Who do you think these hotels were made for? It's us. Yes. These hotels were made for us. So why are you not going there to have coffee? What's the most coffee will cost as much as we're looking at finances?
500.
Yeah. You walk there, you sit there, you have some coffee and you look at people like you belong there. Yeah? So don't limit yourself to where you were born or what was said about you. You are the adult now. You're making the choices now. Yeah, so take over your life. We said someone cannot make you feel bad without your permission. And even as you tune that positive talk to work for you, let your actions match that. Correct yourself when you're wrong. Learn the lessons. Treat yourself like someone important. That's what I'm saying. Go to those nice places. Buy that perfume you've been buying. Save for it pole pole. Even do the lipa pole pole. Those stores that have that. Yes, and I want also want to congratulate you even for coming here. This is also a step. This is working for you, pouring into yourself. So as you say those positive things and as you unlearn the negative things you learned, let your actions also match with that. That woman you want to become, start showing up as her in your own capacity. Start putting on that lip gloss even if you are not gotten to that point of a lot of makeup. Start making even your eyebrows, even if it's just a little. Start making steps towards the woman you think you are meant to be, right? She's not gonna show up in one day. It's little, you build her. Yeah, you build her slowly by slowly. Yes, thank you so much.